We got Coach speaking out about what the offense is going to look like amidst some changes at the OC, injuries, and everything else going on. Let's talk about the headlines, the quotes, the reactions, and everything coming out of day 2 of Seattle Seahawks minicamp. What's going on, everybody? Christian Pedersen back with another episode of Seahawks Digest, the show that says Seahawks a lot in the first 30 seconds of every episode. Just to remind you that we like the Seahawks. They're the defending champs. They're what we bring you daily content on, all off and in season. Thank you, everyone, for tuning back in. The headline today that I want to get to, because there's always like myriad little updates out of minicamp, but this one is the most tangible. Some changes to the offense, some of them big, some of them small. All of them, I think, at least should be initially received positively. Get into all of that and more on this episode. Before that, though, got to say a big thank you, as always, to today's sponsor, Prize Picks. Right now, if you go on to Prize Picks, which happens to be America's #1 sports pick app and the best way to get in on the action, if you go there and you use code DIGEST, DIGEST, when signing up, you get $50 instantly on your first $5 that you play in your lineup. Helps the channel out, helps us out, probably puts good karma out, and helps the Seahawks. Okay. I'm going to show you some longer form blocks of text, so apologies in advance for that, because I never know what I'm going to get a copyright strike for if I play sound bites and all of that. But let's talk about the quotes and sound bites. Maybe I just got to call them, maybe they're not sound bites. But, you know, after every good day of minicamp, there's a press gaggle, and coaches give talks, and sometimes those are just minutia-filled, nonsensical word salad. And sometimes there's little nuggets that we can take out. I like what I see here, or what I read here, or what I hear here from Coach about the Brian Fleury offensive experience. I keep wanting to call him Peter LaFleur for some reason. I know that that's not accurate, but that's what I got stuck in my brain. To use the term new, I would say kinda. It's this year's version of last year's offense. It's the Seahawks offense, as Brian has brought some great ideas and some great things that we can now move and shift. Right now, it's more of an installation, more putting guys in positions where we ask them to do certain techniques and protections, plays that they need to be shown before we can go and start executing a plan and carving out ultimately what we're going to look like. So right now, it's more of an installation phase. I don't think you hire a guy to come into a situation like this unless you already like him and have vetted him and all of that, but you never really know about a change until it starts to happen. First initial responses that I'm seeing, I like all the feedback here. I can only assume that it's going to be a little bit more pass heavy initially, given that, well, Sharbs is slated to be back earlier than expected, and Price and Helani both seem to be getting a lot of positive exposure and hype. Still think that you're going to want to fall back on Sam Darnold, Cooper Cupp, Rashid Shaheed, Jackson Smith and Jigba, guys that are established brands that have good connections, and like they said, our last year's offense, but just with a new spin on it. That being said, though, there are early wrinkles that I think that can get really interesting with if you're talking about the ceiling of this offense. Coach continued saying he's very detail oriented. I love how he coached the whole offense, much like Clint did. Already more good news there if he's similar to last year's and Clint Kubiak's. All the details matter. The fundamentals matter. The drills on how we could build an offense. He's very aware of that. It matters to him. He's very detailed. He's going to do a great job with the staff. I'm so excited, but it's going to be a journey with all 3 phases. Right now, we're in minicamp. We'll just take it day by day and see what's moving forward. Okay. I hear nothing bad out of any of that. I hear room for opportunity and growth. And like I said, with basically all the injury news that we've received this offseason being that guys are coming back healthy and ahead of schedule. I talked yesterday at length about the Charbonnet injury and debating on, do we rush him back to really be like, hey, he is here for week 1, or do we give these rookies, or rookie/Helani, a little bit more of a chance early on? But that's like a best of all worlds situation. Coach has talked about finding a bunch of new spots and exciting ways to really further develop Rashid Shaheed. And that is another great one where, like, what's the negative there? Either we get him more involved or extra more involved. Either way, big-time playmaker capabilities. So the weapons are all there. The consistency is all there. Head coach and organizational support structure is all there. So yeah, it's just now down to Florida actually. I suppose that part of it is going to be, like he said, detail-oriented, just building up the process, but also we've got to get out there and see how he responds in real time as punches start flying. But I guess every video I kind of end up coming back to just the same level of being like, I didn't think it was possible when I saw you guys in the comment section saying, oh, we might be better this coming season than we were last season. But my brain, like I can feel my brain wanting to now start saying it earlier and earlier in videos of like, holy heck, we might be better. Like if we have a guy who is getting the endorsement of, hey, he's pretty much just like Clint, that's why we hired him. But he's also now got a chance to do something new with what we did last year. Where... If you see the bad, I comment obviously in any directions, but if you see the bad in any of that, would love to hear it from you guys. Let me know. Drop a comment. Got to say thank you again, as always, to Prize Picks for being the sponsor for today's video. Right now, as I said earlier, if you use the code DIGEST to get in on the action, because Prize Picks is the best place to do that. It's #1 sports pick app in the entire of the United States of America. You get $50 instantly on your first $5 played if you use the code DIGEST. They got a bunch of different cool promotions going on right now. The Scary Hour boost, all during the rest of this NBA championship run. That's a crazy series. So great, like a double reason to enjoy what's going on there when you have the Scary Hour boost. Flex Fridays, they're back. Flex Friday payout boosts get up to a 40% higher payout for you. Can't miss out on that. And finally, Taco Tuesdays. The tacos are going nowhere. Their board is serving up discounted projections all Tuesday, all period, day, period, long, period. Prize Picks, code DIGEST. Get in on the action. America's #1 sports picks. All right, that's what I got for you. Minicamp is here. Good vibes. New guys meshing together, getting healthy. Offense looks great. Let me know, though, what you think. Drop a comment. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon.